welcome to a new segment of Kids Can Create, where we teach you how to create anything you want just with a piece of string, which is wool. So you may have watched some earlier videos where we looked at what wool is and how to ball your wool, and now we're going to make the first really important step in knitting your own project, which is called casting on. And what the goal of casting on is to create loops on a needle that you can use as the basis of your knitting stitches. So I'm here today with Kaitlin. Hi, Kaitlin.
Hi.
And Kaitlin, is this your first time knitting?
Yeah.
It is. Do you like other crafts though?
Yeah, I like making like polymer clay charms and stuff like that.
Awesome. I know nothing about that, so we'll make a video later and you can show me how to do that. Okay? And Kaitlin, how old are you?
I'm 12, almost 13.
So I'm here with Kaitlin. Kaitlin and I are going to do this now together. We're going to show you, crafty Kaitlin, she does other crafts, just not knitting, how we can make our first row in knitting. So do you want to use the yellow wool? Is that okay, or orange?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to grab that. So to start knitting, to cast on, all you need is you need your wool or yarn. You need a needle. I'm going to give you this blue happy face, is that okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the orange one. And you need your finger. Put your finger up. You're going to use your index finger. Kaitlin and I are both right-handed, so I'm going to do it with a right-handed method, but I'll try my best to explain to you, if you're left-handed, how you can cast on as well. So, first what we're going to do is, can you hold up your needle? Okay. So this needle, we are right-handed, so we're holding this needle in our right hand. If you're left-handed, you're going to take this and put it in your left hand, but we've got it in our right hand. Then, with our left hand, or our opposite hand, we're going to pull quite a long piece of wool off of the ball. Can you pull one really long? I'm talking like maybe even just a meter to start.
Okay.
Because we're going to need to use a long piece of string to help us create our loops. We're going to call this the loose loop string.
Okay.
So I want you to pick, let's leave about a meter hanging. And can you hold this up like this and show me where it meets? And we're going to pull this side. This is our loose loop side. And this is our working side. This working side is still attached to the ball of wool. There's no end, it's attached to this. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do is, in this little point where the loose loop side meets the working side, I'm going to put my finger, my index finger, right through. So if you're left-handed, you're going to be taking your right hand, and we're right-handed, so we've got our left hand, our left index finger right through the middle here. Great. Now, can you cross this over your loose loop wool? So there's a little point. Cross it right around, loop it around, almost like you've twisted it around and back again. So you've made a loop around your finger. Have you done that?
Yeah.
So your loose loop is, you've wrapped it all the way around your working wool, and now it's here. Okay. Now, can you look closely at this loop around our finger? See this loop? The part of the loop that's facing me, that's closest to my body, I'm going to call the back of the loop. And the part of the loop that's closest to you is called the front of the loop. So do you get that? So this bit here,
this
yeah,
is the back and this is the front.
Brilliant.
Okay.
You should be showing me. Now, we're going to take our needle that's in our opposite hand. So if you're left-handed, it's going to be in your left hand, and because we're right-handed, it's in our right hand. And I'm going to take the point of the needle and I'm going to put it through the back of our loose loop and towards the front. Perfect.
Okay.
Now this bit's a little tricky, because what I need you to do is try your best to hold the needle in between your loose loop hand. And now we're going to take the working end. Yep. Now always check, because sometimes you mix it up. Check that this one is attached to your ball still. Yep. Check. And we're going to pull it underneath your needle and around. So nope, you go the other way, go back. Yes, brilliant. So let's watch this again. I'm going to put it underneath towards my left hand and up and around over the top. Great. So now we're going to hold, can you use your hand to help you hold this back here, your right hand, or your left hand if you're left-handed? Great. Because we're going to focus again on the loop on our finger. And what we're going to do is pull it over the top. So we've taken our finger and we've pulled the loose loop over the top of our needle. And we've made our very first stitch. Can you show them your stitch, Kaitlin? Kaitlin has done it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaitlin has knit her first stitch, or cast on her first stitch onto her needle. So we're gonna do that again. The first one is always the hardest. It feels a little loose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But as we put more onto the needle, you'll feel more comfortable. So we're gonna try that again. First step is we're gonna check that our loose loop string, that's what we've got. Have you got that one? Yep, it's not attached to the ball. And we're gonna make a loose loop around our index finger. So which one have you got? You got your loose loop one. Now, what are we gonna do with our needle? Can you tell me?
Go like this.
Yep. So you've done it through the back and towards the front.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Do you know what we do with this piece of string now? No. So now we're back on our working string.
Okay.
What do we do?
Put it under and then over.
Under and over. That's brilliant. And now what do we do? We come back to our finger with the loose loop, and what do we do with that?
Put it around the needle.
Yep, around the top, and then we let go.
Yeah. And then just. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Ta-da!
Yay.
Brilliant. So do you think you can show me now? Can you do this whole one yourself? Let's go.
Okay.
And the pressure is on. Oh, don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay. So you take this part of the string, wait, what's this one called again?
We'll call it the loose loop.
Loose loop, okay.
Yep. So we check. It's loose. It's not attached to the working wool.
And then you put it around your finger.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that.
So where am I going? Where do I put it?
So pass the back one to the front.
Brilliant. Yes.
And then put the working string
Yes.
under and over.
Under and over. Yes.
And then the loop around the top part.
Yep.
And then pull.
That is amazing. You know, you have just learned how to do this, and now you've taught me how to do it. If I didn't know, I reckon that I would be able to learn it just from what you said. Do you have any questions you need to ask me about how you cast on?
I don't think so.
Well, I'll tell you what. What you need to do is we can keep. Why don't we cast on a couple more? Do you want to see if you can do that by yourself?
Okay.
Making your loose loop, taking your needle, putting it through the back towards the front, taking your working string, putting it under, over, and then taking your loop and putting it on. So we'll do that a couple more times, and I'll tell you what, in the next video, the next time we get together, I'm going to teach you how to do the knit stitch. It's almost the exact same as what you're doing, except you need 2 needles. Okay. And then, I think a first project would be something great like a little scarf. So you could make a big one to fit yourself, but if you want to finish it quicker, you can make a mini scarf for a toy or something like that. So do you think you can practice that this week?
Yeah.
Casting on, you can cast on a million stitches if you want. And then next week we're going to come back together and we're going to learn how to do the knit stitch. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to cast on with Kaitlin and I. Thanks so much, Kaitlin. You've done an amazing job. This is Kaitlin's first time casting on, and she's already been able to show me and you how to do it. So it's really simple. So what you can do this week to practice is practice making lots of loops around your finger. Follow some of the instructions we talked about. Remember, thinking about the back of the loop, which is towards you, and the front of the loop, which faces out. Practice putting your needle through the loop, wrapping the string around, and pulling it on to cast on. And you can do this all week. Just keep practicing and practicing, because the better you get, the easier it's going to be. And next week when we get together, we'll learn how to knit stitch. It's really similar to what we already did, but you're going to have 2 needles. There are a couple of tricks we'll have to practice, but knowing you, you'll probably already be teaching me within a couple minutes. So if you guys have any questions for Kaitlin or I, you can comment on this video, or you can go visit my website, carlacourtney.com. And there I've got a blog and some more videos and a contact section where you can get in touch and let me know what you'd like to learn, or if you have any questions about this video. So thank you so much. Remember, kids, you can create, and happy knitting.